Hey gang, Ronan here. As you can see in this game, I am playing the Tier 5 premium Russian cruiser Kirov. Now this ship didn't used to be a premium, but they made it a premium and introduced a new Tier 5 tech tree ship. Kirov is very fun to play. It's got 180s. They hit really hard, and if you can make good use of the AP on broadsides, you can really rack up some damage and kills. This game is kind of interesting for a number of reasons. Give me just one sec here while I go in and address one of the bugs rolled out with update 10.5. These won't stay set for replays, only in the game. So I'll get that set. Now in this game, I noticed right away that I had a Duke at Aosta right next to me, which is a very fast ship, and so was the Kirov, and I thought, well, we're faster than pretty much anything that the bad guys have. So we could rush into Charlie and kind of be set up by the time they get there. And that's why I said, Duke, I want to rush the cap. We're faster than their boats. And somebody in the game, I even offered to go in first and take the heat. And somebody read that and see, shaking my head, he says. And he wasn't done. He apparently he's run into some other ICOPs and does not have a very favorable impression. Which, if you keep an eye on the chat box, you'll see that we go back and forth a little. I was not in any way offended. You know, everybody's entitled to their opinion, and maybe he was in some games where ICOPs were just fooling around and having a good time and did some things that maybe were not in the best interest of the team. You just never know, and I'm not judging the guy, and he seems nice enough. I mean, I'll preface anything else that I'm going to say. But you can see that he says, sounds like your clan every game in, I think he meant I'm in with. And I said, well, I don't know you. So, you know, I'm not going to take offense to that. And because, you know, maybe that, you know, maybe he has good reason to have that impression. And then he says, it's not meant in a good way. Well, that's okay. I've got broad shoulders. I'm again, not going to be offended. He's probably a really nice guy. And we actually talked afterward, and he is a really nice guy. So you can see what I've done here is I've pushed in, and I'm going to try and make use of this island, because I know there's going to be a cruiser coming around that corner here in a second. The bad guys only have one DD, right? And we know he's at beacon. Now the Omaha's pushing in. I can see right now he's not got any, got to get a little bit more of his broadside to make these AP shells start to bite. I'm going to just tease him a little bit here, show a little bit of side, but you can see I'm going to get behind the island real fast. And the Dallas right behind him is not going to get any chance at all. And I'm just going to post up here, and he's going to rush ahead trying to get guns on me, and he's really going to pay for that. And these 180s at this angle, absolutely devastating. And that's 4 citadels, and he's just about gone. There's no way I'm going to finish him because I'm not going to reload in time. But you know, that poor guy, he never really had a chance. And Dallas, seeing that happen, decides that he's going to slow down, but he's still showing me all that broadside. And there's 5 more citadels. Again, these 180s, this tier, absolutely devastating. Can't believe I got robbed of that one. But what are you going to do? So we've got Omaha a little late to the game, north of the cap now. And I was really hoping the Duca would follow me into this cap, but he's kind of nose into the New York. And New York is terribly inaccurate ship in terms of its guns. But man, they hit pretty hard for the tier. So I really can't blame him. I was wondering if he was just going to push out there and try to get torpedoes on the New York, because the Duca does have torpedoes. But, well, you'll see. I'm going to sit here long enough to help secure the cap, and then I'm going to move center. I want to try and get some more damage and see who else I can make a play on. You see my comment there, Duca, can you get out, or are you rushing that New York? And I'm on my way. I'm going to move center. Our Vessel takes out the Congo. Bad guys are down 3 ships now, Congo, Dallas, and Omaha. We've only lost an Omaha. And I have to admit, I was still at this point wondering, what did that guy who made the comments earlier, what did he experience to make him have that impression of ICOP players? Now, the Pensacola, I was really hoping he was going to push this way. But he did the smart thing. He saw New York, Nuremberg, Iron Duke, Omaha, Cabor, Duca, and myself all heading this way and said, man, I'm getting the heck out of here. That was the smart play. Now, those Pensacola shells, they really hurt. So I do not want to show broadside to him. Everybody else is so far away, I don't have to worry too much, I don't think. But I've got to stay fairly well angled. Duca goes down to New York. And Pensacola's shells fly right over me. Thank goodness. Now I'm really hoping that the guys that are north of me are going to be willing and able to take on that New York. But hey, you just never know. And just like that, we lose, what is it, Kitwin and the Duca. And each team is now down 3 ships. Still anybody's game. We had 2 caps, but we're about to lose 1. Our Fubuki over there, he's not been having very much success. And you can see I'm trying to take advantage again of the speed of the Kirov to get over here and get into this cap. Running at 35.4 knots. That is not too shabby for a cruiser, and I realize, oh man, I'm showing broadside to the Pensacola. And his AP is really ugly, so I'm going to angle a little bit here and just hope he just misses. Now it looks like he went for the battleship. And I'll work on trying to secure the cap. Now I'm going to use the island here because I do not want everybody on that side to be able to take pot shots at me. And I'm really not exactly sure where that Fuchin's at. Hey, his guns are pointed the other way, so I can shoot at him. Not sure how much that AP is going to do at that range, but what the heck. Now I've got a battleship and another cruiser in here, and a 3rd cruiser that's coming into this cap, so I'm pretty sure we're going to secure this. Now I can see where the Fuchin's at. And it's not exactly broadside, but he is flattening out his line a little, so I'm going to throw some shells over the island and hope I can catch the Pensacola out there. So now we've got the Bravo cap. I've got to get in closer to be able to do anything. I just completely whiffed. He turned out. Really hoping to get in range of the Budyani because the Budyani has paper armor. And these 180s will just shred it. Now, if you weren't around before they did the cruiser split, line split, and changed some things around, or if you were around but you didn't play Russian cruisers at all, you may not be aware that one of the weird things about the Russian cruiser line was that the caliber of the guns kind of bounced around a little bit. So you had these 180s at tier 5, and then at tier 6 the caliber was actually smaller, and the same at tier 7, and then the same at tier 8, and then tier 9 they got bigger caliber again, and then tier 10 even bigger. So when they did the line split for these Russian cruisers, they kind of addressed that, and that's why they pulled Kirov out of the line. So the new tech tree tier 5 Russian cruiser is more in line in terms of the gun type with what comes after it. Now I've got the attention of the Kunnaks, so I do not want to show broadside. Let's just go ahead and angle up here. Still take a little damage, but I've got, well, almost 18,000 HP at this point. And he's going to have a Nuremberg to shoot at and another battleship. I just have to stay angled up and stay alive long enough to Now I know the torpedoes on the range, it's never going to get there. But just in case he kept coming this way, you never know. Switch into HE, trying to get some fire started. He's just about out of HP. Somebody's going to blap him here in a second. And we are battling our way back. We've got 2 caps. We've got a points lead. We're down 1 ship. But this Andrea Doria that's pushing up this direction, he is in big trouble. Iron Duke has probably got guns on him now. Cavour, Nuremberg, and myself. I am not having much luck starting fires. All right, so 78 shells on target, 9 of those citadels, which was really fun. A few secondary hits, which rarely happens in this ship. 2 cap assists, switching back to AP. I can see the Bajoni out there. Not sure I'm going to get a shot on him before somebody blaps him, but I'm going to try. Try not to run into this battleship here. Just can't get the big shots at range, but got one more volley before anybody else. Maybe I can finish him. No. No, this was just one of those games where getting the kills was tough. I'm burning. I'm going to go ahead and repair and hope that everybody decides to shoot at somebody else. Looks like the CV's going after our New York, who is the player that made the comment early in the game. I'm really hoping our Vessel would just run into that New York in the Charlie cap. But that's because I underestimated our CV captain. Our CV captain really knew what he was doing, and he's quite a hero here. He's sitting at point blank range to a battleship. He's nose in, just trying to give the narrow profile. If I can't, please, finally give me a fire. Nope. All right, so still no fire. Keep an eye on the Charlie cap. Look at those torpedo bombers headed up. And New York's still got a lot of HP there. And our Vessel is, well, he's down to about what? Maybe 20-25% of his original HP. That guy really, he really carried more than his weight in this matchup with the New York. Can I get a fire here? Activate that sector. Still no fire. And I got another ship down to, what, 495 HP. Couldn't finish the job. Oh well. Like I said, just one of those games. Enemy for Ataka takes out our New York. We're down to 5 ships. Bad guys are down to 6. Our CV is over there working like crazy, and he finishes off the New York. And now both teams are down to 5 ships. We've got a 2 cap advantage, got a roughly 180 point lead, and I need to stay alive. So I'm looking at the minimap and I'm realizing, okay, we've got 2 battleships and a cruiser way up there chasing the Fusion. I can understand that, but that's going to give broadside to whoever's south of them. So what's that, the Celebes, Pensacola? So I really only have to wrestle with this Furataka and the CV. And our Vesa takes care of the Furataka. So now, the only thing I have to be concerned about is the CV. Where is he? Fusion takes out our Kavar. leaves Iron Duke in Omaha. And I'm imagining the Omaha is going to finish that Fusion. I'm just looking at where things are on the minimap at that range. He's going to get 3 or 4 volleys before Fusion can go dark, unless Fusion's got smoke up. So I'm just, at this point in the game, sitting here thinking it's just a few seconds till Fusion gets sunk. But I've been wrong before. Can I outrun it? No, but I could get close enough that I didn't have time to arm. I'm not going to get lucky like that again because he doesn't have an island to contend with on this side. So I'm going to have to angle, slow down a bit. And now I can push around this corner and try to find the CV. I know he's got to be over here somewhere. I'm just looking at the last known position on the minimap. And there he is. And I'm realizing right now that I should not have run this way. I should have crossed just straight across toward A and maybe cut across where those torpedo bombers are now. So I'm pretty much out of it. And there's not a whole lot I can hit because all the bad guys are kind of in one spot. And this game is this game's going to be over. You can see I gave a compliment there. I try to give compliments anywhere they're due. It doesn't matter to me whether it's good play or just polite behavior. I don't know if you can hear that or not. I've got my dogs behind me. They're talking to one another. And because I can't always see what everybody's doing, I'll usually look at the results screen when it's over. And anybody that looks like they did a really great job, I try to offer a compliment for good play. Now I'm really excited here, thinking I'm going to get an AP shot on the Pensacola. But he turns in. I was really hoping he was going to beach himself on that island. Thanks a lot. I'll see you next time.